tides rise, infinite echoes of the waves drowning out your complaints, because we'll be equal when we're all underwater. You won't need to fight. Our ears are now shells repeating the sounds of the swells, the only music we'll be listening to for the rest of our lives. And when we open our mouths, only bubbles come out, not words, not silence, just whatever oxygen is left, like the way it used to be, a national dialect of gargled words, of aqueous phrases, what Esperanto could have been. When we're all underwater, seaweed wraps around our skin the way we wrapped ourselves around our thoughts, a suffocating sea snake slithering into our throats as we suspend in a submerged Garden of Eden. I remember the adrenaline flowing with my blood, all too similar to the currents crushing into the cities. I remember my sister. I looked at her shriveled skin. Never did I imagine I would want a desert more than a spring. This is not the oasis we were craving. This is not the vacation we entered the lottery for. Gazing at this tempest we've created, the same souls begging for water, now kill for land, would die for sand. I remember her eyes. The same shade, size, and shape as the ocean around them. Her tears mixed with mine and his and hers and everybody else's as I thought, how did we do this to ourselves? Where did we go wrong? Because what does it matter all the fighting when all we hear is the water rushing, so busy tuning one another out we couldn't hear the tsunami tumbling, twisting all four directions. We didn't bother to listen to our infinite mother crying for us to stop, begging for us to listen. And now it's too late, water raising to ankles, then waist to neck, then face, until we're all underwater. But hey, innocent boys don't get shot at underwater, wasted girls don't get raped underwater, a city cleansed of sin, where skyscrapers sink to the depths of the oceans and cracked Confederate monuments are consumed by the unforgiving currents. We've created our own paradise, a place of safety, a place of peace, where we can drown together without worry for the future and instead embrace the waves like a long-lost sister you've imagined every day but never expected to just show up at your door. After years of wait, as you disintegrate into sands, those grains around you, just as you have lost all your hope, you see her through the shaking, trembling glass, this divinity disguised as a blessing, disguised as a curse, disguised as a blessing again. Stand in awe or stand in fear. The flood's coming in whether we like it or not. Gather your sons and your daughters. What are you going to do when we're all underwater?
Hello, my name is Ashley Koo, and this is my poem. When I wrote this poem, I had a writer's block. Not because I had nothing to say or did not know how to say it, but because I wanted it to be perfect. I wanted something explosive, not Jack-in-the-Box explosive, but something fiery, like Red Hot Chili Peppers fiery, or Dead Man leaps out of coffin 9 p.m. news fiery, or Mom just found out I've been dating in secret fiery. I wanted something passionate, the close your eyes and let your heart guide your pen passionate, the wake up 2 minutes before the alarm rings passionate, or the passion of two people who just know they make a whole. I want there to be galaxy metaphors about the countless constellations and the crispness of frozen water on Mars, metaphors of meteorites sailing through space, unaware of time and place, and it had to be beautiful. Adverbs lingering in the air like the northern lights with ethereal adjectives and mellifluous infinitives, and I have to feel it. Feel it kick me right in here, feel the blood pounding in my ears as my mind goes silent and my heart changes the gears. I wanted the freedom of free verse, its lack of rhyme and structure, words falling off the edge of the page drop by drop, pooling at the bottom and then weaving and winding its way up my throat and dancing across my lips. I wanted inspiration from long car rides. Long bumpy car rides east as if running from the setting sun, turning the stoplight in my mind green and driving my pen forward across the page. I wanted to change the world. I wanted this poem to change the world one word at a time, starting with my galaxy, sifting through countless constellations and melting frozen water on Mars to look for life, with ethereal adjectives and lingering adverbs, and I hope you will feel it. Feel it kick you right in there, feel the ink of my words flowing through your veins, rhythm drumming in your ears. its lack of rhyme and structure curling the corners of your lips and falling off the edge of your eyes like drip, drip. And this poem is far from perfect, but maybe you start to drive your car east. Long bumpy car rides east as if chasing the rising sun, and maybe you will change the world. Starting with your galaxy and your pen, sifting through one celestial orbit at the time, or plucking meteorite metaphors from space as they shoot past you, or breathing life back into broken people left to die on Mars and writing messages of hope into the northern lights. And you know it will be fiery, and you know it will be passionate, and then my poem will be perfect.
Hello, my name is Fabienne Alexandre, and I'm representing the Bolles School. These are 6 questions I have for part-time explorer and full-time rigger Christopher Columbus and also the 45th President of the United States. Number 1. Were you jealous? Were you jealous when the sun wrapped her arms around us like the loving mother she is and simultaneously seeped into your translucent skin and her rays attacked you like soldiers while you had no melanin armor to protect you? Were you jealous when your hair sat flat and lifeless on your privileged scalp and my locks defied gravity? Is that why you exaggerated our features, drew us as dark-skinned, monkey-fied creatures, and sucked the holy brown out of every depiction of Jesus Christ I've ever seen? Because Jesus was born on a border. The border that Africa shares with Asia, but in the painting of the Last Supper, he looks borderline anemic. Number 2. Where is your brave, selfless explorer, heart of goodness attitude? I thought you told the native peoples all about it. Where did it go? You must have left it at home, forgotten it back in Britain, maybe Spain, Portugal, or turned it off while you were, digging for resources and digging within yourself and excavating the audacity to cut down somebody else's trees, to crown yourself the king of my kin, carve me up like meat into neat little pieces, decide, divide, and collide with us, traumatize us, and leave us with nothing but a shortened name and an abbreviated heritage that you chop down like indigenous forests to fit better in your mouth. And that leads me to question 3. My country, Haiti, is called poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Is that a joke? What happened to Pearl of the Indies, richest colony of France? Why is it always richest colony but poorest country? Why is it that when we become independent from our discoverers, we become independent from the discovery that we worked for? We did not wake up every morning for hundreds of years and break off a little piece of ourselves and give it to you to be called poorest country. No. Number 4. What would Jesus do? Number 5. Mr. President, this is for you. And this is not a threat. I know you often feel threatened by people who look like me, but no. This is a warning. You need to watch your back. Because it is a very dangerous time in America for men like you. Men who put children in cages, men who mock disabled people, men who spend all that time burying their past underneath their paycheck. Mr. President, we don't tolerate that kind of behavior here. Mr. President, you have well demonstrated that there is not enough concealer in this world to hide you from the children who will never forget what you did to us. Mr. President, be careful. Number 6, last question, back to Columbus. As you have been rotting underneath my feet in what used to be my soil for all these years, have you happened to notice anything or anyone down there with you? About 6 feet under, 6 feet tall, goes by Trayvon. His mother is looking for him.